G'day, my name's Rob Greenup. I'm training here at Declan Purcell on the 28th of September 2022. And we're here at Sutherland Entertainment Centre. I'll just get cameraman to show that we are on a construction site later. What we do most days. And Declan is one of our junior technicians. And we're going to be showing him a new skill today so he can be better prepared for working in this environment. So I've got the learning pathway that I've already designed for Declan today. And I just want to go through a couple of things before we start. So the overall objectives today is at the end of your training, you'll be able to, there's a couple of different types of cables here, and I'll explain and identify what they are. But the overall objective is to teach you how to grab the cables and roll them into these little coils so we can put them off to the side and use them for other jobs later on, so they don't sit around the site, people don't trip over them, and they're not wasted and so on and so forth. So that's the overall objective. We've considered that today, while we're on a construction site, that we have to be wearing high-vis workplace safety clothing. It's called PPE, so it's personal protection equipment. So you've got your hard hat, you've got glasses, obviously, and we've both got our boots. So, and then in terms of the resources, we've just got 3 different types of cables, and I'm just now going to identify these cables for you, and I'll be asking you what they are down the track, because as our project continues, I might ask you to get a certain type of cable, and you'll need to identify them in order to bring them to me, or in order to roll them up. Okay. So I'll just set this pathway just to the side here. So at the moment we have 3 different types of cables. Now in our industry we have between 10 and 15 different types of cables, but they all basically roll the same. Okay, but I've chosen 3 different ones here, not only because they're color coded, but you can understand, but also just to make it a little bit easy for you instead of having like the really big thick multi-cores. So today we have a black cable, and this is called a video cable, or we commonly know these as a VTL, okay, which is a video tie line. I'll ask you that later, but this black cable is called a video tie line, or a VTL, okay? This is called a shielded Cat6 cable. So this is used for video and other things, but in terms of identifying the cable, it is a shielded Cat6 cable. And this cable is used for more like internet and data. This is called a non-shielded Cat6 cable, okay? So certainly the fact that they're different colors makes it easier for us to identify as well. They all do different things on the job, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to roll up each of these, and I'll tell you, a couple of different methods, and then once we've done that, I'll give you a chance to identify them and show me how you can roll them up as well. So we'll grab the VTL cable, we'll just uncoil it like this. Now, are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
You're right-handed, okay, so am I. So what you would normally do is you would sort of hold the cable somewhere sort of around, a couple 100 mil from there. It doesn't really matter, but it generally works out well if you hold like this. Now, depends on the sort of cable. Some cables have a mind of their own. They will struggle to coil unless you control the coiling process. Some will just coil all on their own, okay? But the basic way of doing it is you pull the cable approximately a metre, okay? And it doesn't have to be exact, but approximately a metre. And if you just try to curl like this, it's not going to curl, okay? So this is the method. What you do is you put your thumb and your first finger, and you kind of twist the cable. See that? See as I twist it, I'll show the cable. As you twist it, it will form a coil. See that? And if you do it again, just come back about it and twist it, it will form a coil. See that? If you don't twist it, it's just going to end up like that. See how it's not coiled correctly? You have to twist it in, okay? And then what you do is just make sure that when you flick it into someone who could trip over, or someone flick it in their eye, okay? So you get it again and you twist it in. And all I'm doing is I'm just turning it on itself, okay? Like that, and then one more. Now, we can do one or two things. Either we just throw it in our storeroom like this, or we can grab some tape, okay? Doesn't matter what color tape it is. But what you do is you just run it around twice. 1, 2, and pull it off, okay? That's the way we'll do that one. Okay, now I'll pull this off ready for you on the next one. And the tape, always kind of put the tape in your pocket, throw it in the bin, just don't leave it all over the floor because the builders get really upset by that sort of thing. So I'll just roll that up really quick again, and we'll put that to the side. So what sort of cable is this?
That is a video tie line.
Video tie line, excellent. Okay, so, and we're gonna grab the shielded Cat 6, just throw that out like that. And what we're gonna do is hold it there. How far did I say this way?
Approximately a meter.
Approximately a meter, okay. And we're gonna twist it. See how it's, by me twisting, it's finding its own coil. I'm putting no effort in.
Yeah.
Okay, pull it back, twist it in again, pull it back. Now, twist it in again, and sort of keep control of it. Pull it, twist it in again, one more, twist it again. We'll just get one last one, twist it again. And what can we do with that?
We can tape it up.
We just tape it, or we just throw it in one of our bins. But yeah, and that's the way you would do the shielded Cat 6 cable. Okay, so the last one is the non-shielded Cat 6 cable.
Yeah.
Do you remember what sort of, why would we use this? What sort of things we would use this cable for?
For data.
Data,
the internet.
yeah, stuff like that, yeah. So basically, we hold it there, coil it in. And see, after a while, when you've had a bit of experience, you'll just be able to coil it in, and it'll find its own way. Sometimes you'll be in the middle of twisting and it'll fall. It'll just twist itself.
Yep.
Okay, and there's no effort. I'm not fighting with the cable. It's just doing it for itself. And then one more, and then one more, and then what would you do with this?
Tape it up.
How many times have you wrapped the tape around it?
About twice.
About twice. Okay, so have you got any questions on how to coil these type of cables up?
Is there ever a time that you would tape coil multiple of the different ones?
Like, are you talking about like putting them all together, or?
Yeah, with it.
Sometimes depends on what the plan shows. You might have, say, a white and a black cable together,
Okay.
and sometimes, and if they do want to coil together, but sometimes because they're manufactured different, they won't want to coil together. So it's sometimes better just to pull them apart. The other thing is when we put them in the bins in the workshop, we can just put them into their colours.
Okay.
Green, white, black, or grey, or whatever we might use, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm now going to ask you just to identify what these cables are, pick a roll of cable up, throw it out,
Yeah.
and then coil it up for me. And then you can finish off by putting some tape on each of them. You got some tape?
Yeah.
Even better. Go for it.
So this is the non-shielded Cat 6. That can be used for data and internet. So left hand.
Just real quick, just video that. So basically, because it was coiled correctly the first time, as Declan threw that out, it was able to actually, it didn't get a knot in it. So it was able to be thrown, and that's the reason why we coil them correctly, is we need to use them again.
Yeah.
If you can throw that out and there's no knot, you know it's been coiled correctly. So yeah, that's a great example. So let's watch how you, and explain to me what you're doing.
So it's about a meter,
Yep.
and then I'm just twisting
Yep.
it in. About a meter.
And what are you doing with your thumb and your...
I'm turning it edge
Yep.
clockwise and just finding. So if I don't get it right, if I do it too small, how do I?
So
Do I have to redo it?
Well, no. What you can do from there is, if you want, you can sort of just pull it in and just get it
Just
to
feed
the
it.
same length. So
Okay.
if it doesn't want to do you can start it again,
Yeah.
or you just pull it to the length that you want it.
Okay.
And that's basically the length that we would normally have. It's just easy to work with.
Yeah.
Yep.
About a meter. I'm just twisting it with my fingers.
Yep.
And then tape it up.
Doesn't matter what color tape.
No, it doesn't. Just twice.
Excellent. Now, you'd obviously make sure you don't put that cable in a place that someone can trip over it. So you'd either put it straight in our box or maybe up against the wall.
Yeah.
So because we don't want anyone to walk over it and trip. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
So what sort of cable is this?
This is a shielded Cat 6.
Right. Do you remember what I said? Why you would use this cable? What could you send across this cable?
No, so
That's okay. Yeah. We often use video
Video.
for across that one. Yeah.
So just
So
like
like
the same.
digital video. Yeah.
Yeah. So just like the same sort of technique, just twisting in my fingers. Sorry, that didn't work. So if something like this happens, because it's not really liking the twist.
So what we want to do is pull it back,
Yeah.
pull it back, and then stop and just turn it. Yeah, just turn it the opposite way. So
Opposite way.
yeah, try that way. Yeah. And let's see how that goes. There. That's close. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one more. Oh, yeah. Keep going. You're sort of close. There you go. And then one more. And then the other thing is, don't forget I said to control the cables also. So pull it in like that. There you go.
Yeah. And there's twice around.
Perfect. And
So
then
I'm
just put that to the side. And the very last one. What sort of cable is it?
This is a video tie line.
Excellent. All right. Beautiful. So after a while, you actually get your hands and your body will just get this sort of routine. You'll know how to do it on pretty much every cable. It will
Yeah.
become just second nature.
Yeah, okay.
And you can see already from the first two, you're already starting to get this one.
Yeah.
There it is. Yep, beautiful. Well done. Don't forget to control the cable. Make sure it's all, yeah, like that. Doing well, mate. And if you want to, this is a great situation. This one, all you do is just pull up a little bit further. And that's okay if it's a little bit smaller, but then you just go and hold that.
Yeah.
Yep. And you just take that up. And there it is. So, you've just been trained on how to identify several different types of cable. You've been trained how to coil them up and put them to the side so no one can trip over them. If I was to ask you to do this out in the field over the next couple of days, would you feel that you're confident to be able to do this having been trained?
Yeah, extremely.
Any other questions that you have, anything that comes to mind that you believe would be necessary for you to know for this training today?
Nah, not all hit it down the head.
You look pretty good, I think. Yeah. So what I'm going to ask you to do is we've just got this feedback form here. So that's one that you ticked before on the first training, but I'll show you the other one. And if you could just give me some honest feedback on how you feel this training went.
Yep.
And if you've got any other questions as the days and weeks progress, come and talk to me. But I appreciate your help today. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank
Thanks.
you.